The Bodleian Library is the main research library of the University of Oxford. Founded in 1602 by Sir Thomas Bodley, it is one of the oldest libraries in Europe. With over 13 million printed items, it is the second largest library in Britain after the British Library. Under the Legal Deposit Libraries Act 2003, it is one of 6 legal deposit libraries for works published in the United Kingdom, and under Irish law it is entitled to request a copy of each book published in the Republic of Ireland. Known to Oxford scholars as Bodley or the Bod, it operates principally as a reference library and, in general, documents may not be removed from the reading rooms. In 2000, a number of libraries within the University of Oxford were brought together for administrative purposes under the aegis of what was initially known as Oxford University Library Services, OULS, and since 2010 as the Bodleian Libraries, of which the Bodleian Library is the largest component. All colleges of the University of Oxford have their own libraries, which in a number of cases were established well before the foundation of the Bodleian, and all of which remain entirely independent of the Bodleian. They do, however, participate in solo, Search Oxford Libraries Online, the Bodleian Libraries Online Union Catalogue, except for University College, which has an independent catalogue. Much of the library's archives were digitized and put online for public access in 2015. The Bodleian Library occupies a group of 5 buildings near Broad Street: the 15th century Duke Humphreys Library, the 17th century Schools Quadrangle, the 18th century Clarendon Building and Radcliffe Camera, and the 20th and 21st century Weston Library. Since the 19th century, underground stores have been constructed, while the principal off-site storage area is located at South Marston on the edge of Swindon. Its history between 14th and 15th centuries. Whilst the Bodleian Library, in its current incarnation, has a continuous history dating back to 1602, its roots date back even further. The first purpose-built library known to have existed in Oxford was founded in the 14th century under the will of Thomas Cobham, Bishop of Worcester, d. 1327. This small collection of chained books was situated above the north side of the University Church of St. Mary the Virgin on the High Street. This collection continued to grow steadily, but when Humphrey, Duke of Gloucester, brother of Henry V of England, donated a great collection of manuscripts between 1435 and 1437, the space was deemed insufficient and a larger building was required. A suitable room was finally built above the Divinity School, and completed in 1488. This room continues to be known as Duke Humphreys Library. After 1488, the university stopped spending money on the library's upkeep and acquisitions, and manuscripts began to go unreturned to the library.
Sir Thomas Bodley and the refounding of the University Library. The library went through a period of decline in the late 16th century. The library's furniture was sold, and only 3 of the original books belonging to Duke Humphrey remained in the collection. During the reign of Edward VI, there was a purge of superstitious, Catholic-related, manuscripts. It was not until 1598 that the library began to thrive once more, when Thomas Bodley wrote to the Vice-Chancellor of the University offering to support the development of the library, where there hath been heretofore a public library in Oxford, which you know is apparent by the Rome itself remaining, and by your statute records I will take the charge and cost upon me, to reduce it again to his former use. Bodley was a former Fellow of Merton College, who had recently married a wealthy widow, and the son of John Bodley, d. October 15, 1591, a Protestant merchant who chose foreign exile rather than staying in England under the Roman Catholic government of Queen Mary, and was thereby involved in Rowland Hill's publication of the Geneva Bible. 6 of the Oxford University dons were tasked with helping Bodley in refitting the library in March 1598. Duke Humphreys' library was refitted, and Bodley donated some of his own books to furnish it. The library was formally reopened on November 8, 1602 under the name Bodleian Library, officially Bodley's Library. There were around 2,000 books in the library at this time, with an ornate benefactors register displayed prominently, to encourage donations. Early benefactors were motivated by the recent memory of the Reformation to donate books in the hopes that they would be kept safe.